Welcome to the Horn Chronicle, a German tastes America.
40 hours got me going.
Tales of bourbon, barrels, and time.
Dallas dropped another game in overtime. Caught a ticket speeding down to 65. You know where I'm going.
Our journey today brings us to 716 West 2nd Street, Maysville, Kentucky, home of the Old Pogue Distillery. Perched high on the bluffs overlooking the Ohio River, this place carries a bourbon legacy stretching back nearly 150 years. In 1876, H.E. Pogue purchased the old-time distillery and established what would become Kentucky's third registered distillery, DSP-KY-3, a number that still carries weight among bourbon enthusiasts. Getting here is an experience in itself. You follow a narrow stone-paved lane, winding quietly through one of Maysville's most historic neighborhoods. The road ends at a small gravel parking lot, where you leave the car and continue on foot.
I hope they'd say it ain't your fault. Standing on your front porch, I can see.
Crossing a charming little bridge, you catch your first glimpse of the distillery and the Pogue family's grand Greek revival home.
I bet you knew that I'd be back the day you watched me go. Now here you are, all open arms. Oh, I told you so. Cross-stitch pillow saying home sweet home. Ain't moved an inch since I've been gone. You kept these parts of me I haven't seen in so long.
The setting is calm, almost timeless, the Ohio River shimmering just beyond, birdsong in the background. It's the kind of approach that slows you down, makes you breathe a little deeper, and reminds you that you're about to step into living history.
I hope they'd say it ain't your fault. Standing on your front porch, I can see. I left you, but you never left me.
The tour begins in the Pogue House, built in 1845. Once among Kentucky's most elegant private residences, it now serves as a visitor center and museum, with rooms filled to the brim with history, pre-Prohibition bottles, original mash bills, well-worn distilling tools, and family photographs that span generations. There's even correspondence tied to the Prohibition era, a reminder of the resilience it took to keep the Pogue legacy alive through some of bourbon's hardest years.
But you never left me. You never left me. Came back a different me, but it's good to see the same old you.
In every room, you are surrounded by history. It's truly astonishing how many artifacts have been gathered here to keep the story alive. The rooms are filled with treasures, faded newspaper clippings telling tales from another era, well-worn tools once used in the craft of whiskey making, and even preserved samples that connect you directly to generations long gone. You could spend hours here, soaking it all in, reading the headlines of days past, imagining the hands that once gripped these tools, marveling at how each piece has survived the passing of time. Every single corner tells a story. And with each step, you feel more connected, not just to the history of Old Pogue, but to the heartbeat of Kentucky bourbon itself. It's humbling. It's inspiring. And it's a reminder that some legacies aren't just remembered, they're carefully preserved, piece by piece, for all of us to experience.
Chase it, 'cause a dream won't chase you back. If you're gonna love somebody, hold them as long and as strong and as close as you can, till you can. There's a box of greasy parts sitting in the trunk of that 65. Still waiting on you and your granddad to bring bring it back to life. You can always get around to fixing up that Pontiac till you can't. If you got a chance.
From the Pogue House, we step into the micro distillery, tucked into what was once the family garage.
Chase it, 'cause a dream won't chase you back. If you're gonna love somebody, hold them as long and as strong and as close as you can, till you can't.
Here, 5th and 6th generation Pogues produce just 1 barrel a week, a pace that feels more like crafting than manufacturing. Every drop is made according to original family recipes for bourbon, rye, and wheat whiskey. In 2018, they achieved a milestone that meant more than most visitors realize, reclaiming their original DSP-KY-3 designation, reconnecting today's distillery to the same legal identity it held in the 19th century. Visiting Old Pogue isn't about massive stills or endless warehouses. It's about authenticity. It's about standing in a place where every creak of the floorboards, every artifact in the glass cases, and every pour in the tasting glass tells the same story, one of heritage, perseverance, and a family's unwavering commitment to Kentucky bourbon.
Take it while you got a chance. If you got a dream, chase it, 'cause a dream won't chase you back. If you're gonna love somebody, hold them as long and as strong and as close as you can, until you can. Till you can. Yeah. Take it.
The distillery isn't the only place where you can discover the story of Old Pogue. Just a few minutes from the Still House, in the heart of historic downtown Maysville, you'll find the Old Pogue Experience, housed in the stately limestone building, part of the Kentucky Gateway Museum Center. Located at 102 West 2nd Street, on the corner of 2nd and Sutton Streets, this central spot places you right in the soul of the city's historic district. But this is far more than a display, it's a living chronicle. Every artifact, every yellowed paper, every weathered object breathes history, anchoring the Pogue legacy deep within Maysville's broader story. Inside you'll find vintage bottles and preserved whiskey samples, some dating back to the days before Prohibition. The original Pogue prototype still and detailed blueprints of the distillery. Maps of the Ohio River Valley and the key trade routes that once carried bourbon across the region. Old advertisements, newspaper clippings, and family memorabilia that bring to life the people and the passion behind the brand. It's also a place to experience history with your senses. For just $5, visitors aged 21 and over can taste Old Pogue Masters Select Bourbon or Old Maysville Club Rye, right in the middle of these historic treasures. Open Tuesday through Saturday, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., it's an easy and rewarding stop for anyone seeking a deeper connection to bourbon heritage. Since its opening in 2018, this space has been more than a museum. Upstairs, you'll find classrooms and galleries that encourage learning and creativity, from genealogical research to miniature art workshops. It's where history meets community. And the Kentucky Gateway Museum Center itself offers even more: immersive galleries, a respected genealogical library, rotating art exhibits, and curated displays tracing Maysville's journey over the centuries. The Old Pogue Experience is more than bourbon history, it's a small-town museum with a soul. A place where every case, every display, and every whisper of time invites you deeper into the Pogue legacy and the larger story of American spirits.
But her first dress, it was pink. She might be your better half, but to me she's everything. And we both love her forever, but I loved her long before. And one day I know I'll give her away, buddy, that don't mean she's yours. Even if she takes your last name, buddy, that don't mean she's yours.